Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where last episode, unopposed, we started our invasion of the Soviet Union, and so far it's going well. We'll see how well it ends up going. I mean, we're traveling very slowly up here. There's a reason for that, and that reason is it's December. And that's the only reason you need to know for this part of the world. Fantastic. So we are working on quite a number of constructions over here, of course, and they are ongoing. We definitely want to get our Northeast Siberian naval bases built just as quickly as we can. They are incredibly important. Like, I can't even overstate how important they are. It's also very important that we hold these locations, although we no longer need to hold the Central North Pacific, and I'm actually going to send them over to the North Emperor chain instead. Fantastic. Now, the Soviet Union has a lot to worry about right now. They're currently mounting offensives in Europe, and I would imagine... Ooh, that was exciting. I would imagine they're probably sending troops back towards us, but the question is, just how off guard did we catch them, and how long will it take them? UK, I learned my lesson. Get out of here. You're just going to kick us out again after getting us embroiled in more wars. Get out of here. We don't need you. But apparently they need us. So we can do industrial land appropriation, but that's not actually useful. Yes, we have very low supplies up here. This is always understood that this would be the case. The plan was always that we would run out of supplies at first here, and that we would just need to buy enough time to construct these naval bases to move our supplies inward. Now, we should be able to run supplies all the way through this. No problem with our naval control, which is why we're keeping our naval control over here. But we just need a few more of these naval bases up and running, and we'll be just magnificent. Absolutely golden. We do have these troops coming in. Their goal is not necessarily to reinforce this area immediately, but rather to grab some areas like this and this away from the Soviets. That's the general concept anyway. We'll see how they end up fulfilling that role. But yeah, we move incredibly slowly in January now. We have managed to grab another location here, and that is wonderful. UNIT's organization is too low to advance, and we are affected by attrition. This is not shocking. We fully expected all of this. We're going to build naval bases here. That becomes not quite an absolute priority. More like... Actually, this is fine. This is fine. We'll leave it like this. All three of these building at full speed. I like it. This is an infantry division who can get assigned to this army. Although it should probably get assigned to this Coast Guard unit, because that does need 15 total. So we'll do that, and we will bump these guys back like that. Fantastic. So we do have some supply flow going in up here. We have finished up another level of naval base here, and we'll be finishing another one here soon. Now, each of these, I believe, is giving us 3? Yes, each of these is giving us 3 supply flow. So that's good to know. It's not a lot of supply flow. There's no doubt about that. We knew that would be the case, though. It is only January, currently. So these guys, they're going to continue making their way down this peninsula and grabbing this territory. And these guys, they are very slowly progressing here. So that is fantastic. Now I am absolutely assuming that we are going to have Russians bearing down on us soon enough. 100%. This state here is perhaps going to be under our control. Perhaps not. I'm actually unsure whether it will be or not. But these movements are really slow. Remember, we invaded Siberia in November. Nobody saw it coming. Literally no one saw this one coming. Okay, that's another naval base done here, so we're now up to 12. And we're now building 3 naval bases at a time here. And that's extremely good. We need to continue working on that. Absolutely. There are no resources up here, and we knew that before we invaded. But we wanted to open this front very badly. So we're very, very slowly making our way in here. Hello, that's another location there. That we can't build a naval base in. And I'm wondering how many more states are in this. That's a lot, actually, or rather provinces are in this state. That's a lot of provinces in this state. Okay. Good to know. We're going to take some of these guys who are currently heading up this direction, and we're going to tell these guys here to prepare a naval invasion. Yes, I'm aware. From here to here. And we're going to tell these guys to prepare a naval invasion from... That didn't go well. We're going to tell these guys to prepare a naval invasion from here to here. Excellent. That'll only take 3 days. No, I don't want to delete that. That'll only take 3 days to prepare, and it didn't assign this guy. There we go. Fantastic. The rest of these, they're going to continue making their way up for now and reinforce this. We're doing what we can over here. We are up to 12 supply flow, and that's just dandy. Absolutely fantastic. And we'll be able to begin this imminently. Specifically, tomorrow. Fantastic. We are getting our supply flows going, so that's great. What was that? Dangerous naval invasion in Western Poland. Okay, we are not worrying about this. The Allies can defend our territory over there if they feel like it. That's completely okay. No worries whatsoever. We're going to go ahead and start these as soon as we can. Fantastic. Our territorial gains over here are growing, but this is not exactly the most valuable of territories. Denmark wants military access. We accept. There are apparently enemy fleets up in the Bering Sea, but that's okay. We're not too concerned about that as of now. How is our logistics flow construction working? It's coming along nicely. Fantastic. And of course, these are fallback forts here. We're not too concerned about building those yet, although they will become important later, but not for a while, really. Heavy tanks moving up to the front, and we are continuing to advance over here, as well as over here. So that's absolutely great. Of course, it's going to continue to be slow for quite a while. There's only 4 infrastructure on average in this state. And that needs some work. For sure. And 1 infrastructure in this state. Yikes. Yikes indeed. However, this can be another naval base here. We'll begin work on that. And that becomes top priority. Fantastic. That's wonderful. We just need maximal supply flow here. Now, controlling all of this territory over here is going to prove logistically difficult for us. That said, we don't need this fleet in the Northeast Pacific anymore. We can send them over to this sea over here, except we can't quite reach it yet. So we'll just do the Central North Pacific for now instead. We'll be able to reach this in a little while once we have some more bases spawning over here. The United Mexican States wants to move troops through our territory, and we do allow that for now. Yeah, that's completely under control right now. Ooh, there's another naval base there. Wonderful. So we're now up to 15 supply flow here and 1 supply flow here. Very, very good. This is improving. This is definitely improving. So, next up, what do we want to do? We want to see if we can move these guys from the central North Pacific over here. And the answer is yes, we can. And so we shall. We want to control the seas, specifically over here. This is along our trade route. The Italian Union just capitulated to the United States. So that's a thing. France is finally starting to push back the Soviets after kicking us out of the war. Thanks, UK. How are we doing on our steel? Awful. Okay. This isn't shocking. This is why we're doing this, after all. Have we grabbed these territories yet? The answer is no. We have not. It's still going to be a while, I think, before we're ready to launch those, but that's okay. They should go automatically when they are ready. And we're coming out over this way. I'm not sure if we're going directly there or not. I'd like these guys to come down over here. It is currently February, so we should start to see a thaw fairly soon and be able to work out here much better throughout the summer. So that'll be great. Pressure mines will be done in 1 day here. And we do have more naval bases finishing up all the time over here. We now have 18 supply flow here and 1 supply flow here. Pressure mines finishing. Perfect. And is there anything else in the naval tree to go after? Yes, aerial minesweeping. Okay, sounds good. So, what else can we do here? Well, we definitely need more logistics in this area. There's no doubt about that. This guy's going up here to attack, and we should be seeing this attack happening fairly soon as well. So that'll be great. And we have, at this point, not full naval supremacy over here. That's not surprising, to be clear. That's a big old fleet that's over there. Noted. Definitely noted. But we do have some submarines over here and early cruiser hulls. This is not necessarily our finest fleet. That is for sure. And we are still... Vast country capitulated. We are still pumping out the ships here, although we are short on steel. So that is definitely a concern for us. But we are currently securing this supply line. We're not securing this over here, which we probably should, in all honesty, but we're hoping that the Allies do that for us. They don't appear to be very good at their jobs, though, so it's hard to say what they're up to. I'm going to send these guys down over here. It is currently 14 February. We did just grab this location here, and that is fantastic. Absolutely wonderful. They're going to continue their wandering down this way. The question is, do we queue up additional naval bases here? And the answer is, of course we do. Why wouldn't we? We need more supply flow. And this is kind of a low-ish priority here. So we're going to move these down to like that. Or more specifically, like that. There we go. This is a lower priority. But we do have supply flow up here now, and that is wonderful. We're very, very happy about this. We did manage to take this territory up here. For now, I'm going to tell these guys, well, they can actually stay put here. Who is actually assigned to this order? Who indeed? It should be this guy, I think. Yeah, he's on his way down. Fair enough. Jet Strategic Bomber 1s have finished up. Fantastic. That's as much as we need out of the air tree for now. And I guess we can work on improved rocket engines. There we go. That'll do. Yes, our manpower is low. Ah, the Soviets have finally arrived. Beautiful. So, with the Soviets finally being here, I mean, we definitely need to get these troops to the front lines, right? We've kind of surged ahead here, and that was by design. I wanted to grab as much as we could before the Soviet Union got here. For now, we're not going to order anything with these guys, although we could just simply move this unit into another army. Like this. And delete this. And assign them to naval invade from here to here. And tell them to do that right away. And then these guys, they shouldn't have orders other than this one. And we're going to kind of convert these guys into an ad hoc Coast Guard here. And we're going to tell them to area defend. This up here. And this down here. That's the primary goal. In fact, they'll just area defend all of this for now. Minimum divisions of 15. That's perfect. So the Soviets have arrived. And they're going to start giving us a fight. But I feel like it might be a little too late for them. We do have supply flow down here now. So that is absolutely amazing. We've made solid progress. These guys are going to launch as soon as they're done invading. You shouldn't be moving. Stop moving. There you go. And then just go ahead and launch this as soon as you're ready. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely Soviet Union divisions here now. I am going to delete this offensive line for now. And we are going to create a new offensive line with the front line being essentially... Not the front line. The offensive line being essentially here. That's the goal. We'll use these mountains to our advantage if we can take them. And let's do this. Fantastic. So that's our plan for right now. This unit is, of course, still working its way around here. It is currently 24 February, so we're still pretty frozen out here. That is to be fully expected. So that is wonderful, and we have units getting set up over this way. This guy is launching. Perfect. And he's going to grab this over here, which is actually included in our defense. So he'll just get immediately assigned back to the defense division here. Or the defense army, rather. The question is, at what point do we have enough to build infrastructure over here? Because I would really like to get some infrastructure. That would be great. We should have enough to start building infrastructure down here soon. Ish, anyway. That's not enough yet. How are we doing on our naval superiority? That is going quite well. So that is great. We've got that flow under control. And we will be continuing our advance here as quick as we can, which is not very quick, in all honesty. It is 2 March now, so it is starting to thaw out. That's great. This is an infantry division, which will get assigned into this army here, I think. And an infantry division. So what do you have right now? Yes, we need 1 more infantry division here. So that'll be fine. And that'll be this infantry division. So all we'll need is tanks here. And then we'll be able to start forming another army with our infantry. That will be absolutely fine. And we are working on coming on up to the front lines here. But it's real slow going. This is not at all shocking, of course. What is shocking is that we now have a total of 27 supply up here. That is amazing. I'm really glad that they let us have all of this time to build naval bases because it was necessary. I was really concerned about this invasion until I realized just how undefended it was over here. And then I was delighted. So that is great, and we are going to continue constructing naval bases all throughout here until we have enough supply flow. Infrastructure will become our next concern. These guys, they're just a walk-in, and I think they're trying to walk in here. We have units almost here, though. I think we'll beat them. Fingers crossed. Be awkward if we didn't. We're definitely going to beat them here. So that's great. Have we finished this invasion yet? Yes, we have. So we're going to assign this guy into this unit. Perfect. And now he just needs some tanks. And to not be a glorified Coast Guard. Okay. The Catalonian Free Republic has capitulated to Republican Spain. Sure. Let's continue our advance here and hope that our reinforcements arrive in time. They're very close to arriving here. Okay, that's awkward because we are currently losing this battle. We did delay them a little bit, but we're losing this battle quite badly. These guys are in retreat, so that's fine. I mean, we barely have anything at our front lines right now. It's so hard to travel through this area. So very hard. Any more naval bases we can construct over here? Yes, is the remarkable answer to that question. And so we shall. And these are not exactly the highest of priority naval bases right now. We're going to move them down to here. Excellent. Okay, so we're currently losing this attack, but that should be okay. Now, we're still not where we need to be supplies-wise, but once these guys get to the front, we should be okay. Look at these guys that have just started. Oh man, it takes so long. Well, it's still very frozen up here, so it's still snowing and very cold. It is 20 March, so it's getting better, but it's rough out here. We knew that would be the case. There was never any doubt. Never any doubt whatsoever. But, I mean, I don't believe that they are capable of taking this territory. Unless we, you know, give it to them because we can't move our troops around. That could be a thing. That could definitely be a thing. Ooh, we can start building infrastructure down here. That is important to us. Important enough to take top priority? If we bring this down like that, yes. I think that is important enough. We are continuing to grab territory down over here. And that, of course, means that we're going to get more and more supplies. Although pretty soon supplies are going to start mattering less. So that's good. We're at 50 out of 30 supplies up here, and 4 out of 7 over here. So that's improving. It's very good that we got 2 supply zones. Very, very good that we got 2 supply zones there. 5 out of 6 here, which is kind of irrelevant, and 5 out of 6 here as well. Also in the category of irrelevant. However, we're about to finish another naval base over here. 28 March, so right now. And now we're up to 33 supplies flowing in. Fantastic. We're bottlenecked by our local naval bases, but not for too much longer. And we also need to get this infrastructure rolling, of course. Well, this is not the speediest of invasions, but, I mean, this winter is basically over at this point. It is now 30 March, and yes, everything is still pretty frozen. And yes, it is still very cold, 20 below Celsius. That is a yikes, to be sure. But it is just about April. And I know that it's up in this region, it's like May before it thaws, but April will be better, if not great. Okay, there's another Soviet division over there. That should be fine. We have lots of divisions heading up to the front currently. So we should, in theory, be okay. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode we will continue our slow-motion invasion of the Soviet Union. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.